My name is Bess. I'm here at Hip Peace Produce with my life partner Mike and my good friend Emily. We studied sustainable agriculture in university together and always dreamed of being able to have a farm together. And then it became available for us to rent this beautiful Class 1 soils down the Peace River Valley. So we came together from Ontario. 3 of us are from Ontario. Mike and I have been here for about 5 years now, and we just feel so privileged to be able to grow in this beautiful soil.
Bess Legault makes up 1/3 of Hip Peace Produce, a 9-acre farm sustained by sunlight, water, and the best soil around. Her partner Mike has harvested in many different climates and was surprised to learn how rich and sustainable the Peace Valley is.
I had no idea that this was possible up here until I actually came down and saw the farm that was going on this plot previously. I'd actually met the farmer, Charles Steiner. He was driving log trucks in the winter, and so I met him through forestry, working at the weigh scale. And I kind of heard through him what he was doing down here, and then came down and had a taste of a cantaloupe and saw the amazing things that were going on down here, and thought I'd take a stab at it myself.
Well, we talked a lot about it beforehand, so Bess had schooled me on all of that kind of stuff. That's how she sold me on the idea, because when she said come to northern BC, where it's dark for so long during the winter and all of that, I thought we were going to grow food there. But yeah, and then she told me about the valley and the climate and the Class 1 soil, and you can't not grow food in an area like that. You don't really need to know what you're doing.
Like many young folk in town, Bess and Mike moved here after university to work in the oil patch, make some cash, and pay off student debt. Learning about the growth potential, they were able to fast forward their goal of becoming homesteaders by renting the land from Ken and Arlene Boom.
When we met them last year, we did sign a 2-year lease, so this is our first year. Next year we do plan to continue on. Our farm partner Emily is moving back to Ontario, but Mike and I are going to stay. And we're actually hoping to shift it more into the educational part of it, because connecting with children and connecting with people who want to learn how to connect to the land, I think is really important. I think large-scale sustainable agriculture isn't necessarily the solution, and I think it's about more people connecting and growing their own all year.
The farm is located about half an hour north and west of Fort St. John on route to Hudson's Hope, following Highway 29. So in order to share their food with the whole region, they attend weekly farmers markets and allow people to visit their on-site location to do some picking of their own.
My favorite part of it all has been our U-Pick days, when we have, and our open gate policy with people bringing their families down, letting us know what they're looking for, and we kind of just show them where it is and let them pick. The kids have had a blast down here. We've had so many kids really, and gotten them really excited about gardening and about growing their own food, and learning about where it comes from.
I like that there's so many different varieties of vegetables, and my favorite part is the sunflowers because they're just so tall.
Coming up after the break, more from Hip Peace Produce and how they joined up with local chef Judah Coyle of The Beam. And together they are showing the Peace region that you can eat locally on a gourmet scale.
We met up with Hip Peace Produce right as they were starting to sell their stuff at the farmer's market. So I came to the farmer's market one day and I saw their stall. I ended up talking with Bess and Mike just about their vegetables, because I had kind of just scoped them out and said, wow, like those are some nice colors. Those are obviously some nice varieties of food and vegetables. So we met through the farmer's market mostly, but then as soon as I saw their produce, I went to them and said, hey, let's do something more. Let's do a whole vegetarian tasting dinner.
That 8-course tapas menu was just the start of The Beam and Hip Peace working together. Over the summer and into the fall, there are special offerings from a Japanese tasting menu to Greek, Italian, and so much more. And not to mention how The Beam uses local produce in their day-to-day deli offerings. Judah shares that the area this produce is grown in makes all the difference and is far superior than most items found in a grocery store.
So basically, the soil in this area in Bear Flats there's no comparison to anywhere else. You know, I'm amused sometimes that Bear Flats is like the most nutritious place in the piece, and that's why they call it Bear Flats, because the bears would protect it because they know it's the most nutritious. All of the produce, all the vegetables, all of the fish, everything that's living here obviously has access to more things, and so the higher up on the food chain you are, the more access you have to the nicer stuff. And this is the nicest of the stuff. This is like Kings Valley, if you want to call it something.
Oh, wow. And this is where the controversy steps in. This very land growing the 7 acres of food is in the flood zone for the Site C Dam.
Well, that's part of the reason why we're down here, is not only was the land available, but with the work that I've gained from up here, I've gotten an intricate knowledge of the soil in the region and how precious it is, especially in this really unique valley and the microclimate right here by Cache Creek.
Every time I'm selling vegetables to people and they're marveling over how wonderful they are, I can't help but remind them that this stands to be lost.
We don't know what we're doing. It's our first year. We have 7 acres and like we have more crops than we almost know what to do with. And that's what this entire valley could be.
For more information on the Site C Dam, you can check out BC Hydro's Clean Energy Project and the Wilderness Committee if you want both sides of the conversation. And in the meantime, the Beam and Hit Piece will team up even further and show you how to enjoy local produce year-round.
This fall we're going to be putting on a number of cooking classes that center around Hit Piece produce. So we're going to do 2 jarring classes on artisan jarring. Another one's going to be on wild herbs and forage jarring. We're going to do an air machine drying class. We're going to do a sun drying class, obviously on site here, so we can do some nice sun-dried tomatoes, sun-dried beans, all kinds of different cool things. And then we're going to do a infused jar and sort of crock fermentation for the last 2 classes. But everything we're going to use is out of this garden, and we're going to be collaborating with the Northern Lights College here in town, Hit Piece Produce, the Beam, and as many people who want to come out and learn how to utilize fall produce to sort of make an artisan pantry kitchen.
I'm looking forward to seeing what's going to happen as far as local community building and local food systems up in the Peace region, because up here it takes a certain kind of people to stay, it takes a certain kind of people that can weather the environment and weather the challenges, but in reality those people are strong and the community here is strong, and it's been absolutely incredible to have the opportunity through Hit Piece Produce to connect to so many people that I would have never connected to at my desk or in the field previously, so this has been quite a delight.